Hello. Right, today is chance I can actually do some Robot Wars stuff, robot building, because kids are at school, so I've got the Robot Wars on TV, and I thought I'd introduce you to the first, the first robot I actually built, which you probably can see looks nothing like my current featherweight lunatic, which is sitting there, still waiting for some parts from China. This was, you might be able to tell, is two sort of car ramps, sort of put together side by side, bolted together. Had access to some metal shelving. So these are these sort of like the uprights, and that is a brake disc. Again with some of the metal bolted on. I built it probably about 2002. And it was designed to be my prototype, my learning project, to make all my mistakes with this. So then when I built the full size lunatic of my original design, which I had in my head, I make all the mistakes with this one, learn with this one, and then when I came to do my proper one, I know what I was doing. Time, money, becoming a father, and pretty much knowledge sort of has now resigned this to sitting in the shed for the last 15 years. It's been sitting in the shed for that long, even survived me moving house because I don't want to get rid of it. But unfortunately, it's getting to the point where I'm going to have to start stripping it for parts. I can't do any more with my featherweight, that one at the moment, because I'm still waiting for parts from China. So, it's the new year. I always said I was going to start building my heavyweight in the new year. So, well, I'm going to be using the wheels off this. I won't be using this disc, but I will probably keep it for future. I don't think it'll actually, I don't know, it's sort of just sitting on a metal bolt, so it's not exactly going to be ball bearing, so it's not obviously ball bearing quality, but it's about the right size for a nice virtual disc, so it looks good. So a few people have said, why haven't I finished it? Well, although I did get quite far, I've got one of the windscreen wiper motor there. I had a second one. I had a battery. Batteries I think I've had to ditch because it's a lead acid battery, and again I've had it for 15 years. It's no good now. Well, it would be quite good to finish it. There is one fundamental design problem with it. With utilising a skid steer, which is what this would have been. So you have one motor, drives the two side wheels. To get the ideal movement, you want ideally a wide body and a narrow back to front. This, as you can see, is the complete opposite. It's very narrow and quite long. I mean, sitting on the dining room table, it takes up most of it. So it is sort of getting to the right size of class as a heavyweight. It does weigh a fair bit already. I struggled lifting it from the shed for myself, which is why I thoroughly recommend if anybody wants to start building one of these, build a smaller one first, because I can quite easily lift this by myself. He says, it does weigh a bit, but 13 kilograms compared to a heavyweight, which would eventually be 100 kilograms, there's no way you can lift that by yourself. So just ease of learning, really. So yeah, I'm going to start stripping parts of this. I mean, these axle supports, so I'm going to be using like they call it dead axle, which these will sit on. Attach the cogs to the screws. So there's a fair few wheels. Obviously that massive bit I can take off and probably use, and there's a bit there holding the two halves together. So So unfortunately, this will probably just be the side of the shed for eternity. I don't know. I do plan on making a disc at some point. I could use that. Get some ball bearings inside it instead of just sitting on a bolt axle. But no, it's needs must, unfortunately. So yeah, that's the story behind this one. You may have seen pictures of it, as far as I got. But I think it's as far as it's ever going to get. I mean, it served its purpose. When the Robot Wars first came back on TV, back in 2016, depends when you're watching this. The kids, oh wow, I got this out of the shed, showed them, and it's like, oh, you're going to finish it, and then which spurred me on to build this one. And then, so yeah, time to take it apart, strip it down for parts. I don't think the motors will be any good. I mean, they're only 12 volts, I think. Yeah, modern day standards, you're looking at 36 volts, so the motors are going to be nowhere near powerful enough. But I'll probably keep them if they even still work, no idea. So, just sit in the shed that long. So yeah, that's the story behind this. Probably never see the light of day again, but that's the way things go, unfortunately. History lesson from Team Luna, there you go.